Video on how to change a pump on a washing machine. Customer also wanted a door seal doing, but I didn't really grab any footage of that. So as you can see, the machine's full of water, it's not pumping away. If you've seen part 1, we went through the whole process of testing the pump and obviously verifying that it is broken and it does need changing. So again, tip the machine back, grab a glass bowl, realise that's a bad idea, so we changed to a plastic bowl and open the filter just to get rid of that excess water that's sat in the machine. It's all purple, I don't know why. I think the customer had some clothes sitting in there, maybe it's clothes dye. But again, we want to get all that out before we start changing pump, so just open the filter, ideally with a pair of pliers, but you can use your hands depending on how much water's in there. Watch part 1 if you want to see how to do that. So under the machine we've got the pump. Most of these cheaper brands just have 4 screws screwing it in, so get a drill or a screwdriver, remove all those and the drill should pop straight out. Some you need to twist the pump, but this one it's literally just 4 screws holding it in place. There it is, loose and free. So as you can see, we've got 2 electrical connections on backup pump, just normal wires. Pull those off and we've got 2 hoses attached to it. So we've got the drainage hose and the sump hose. So we want to remove those. Pair of pliers, pull that clamp together and pull the sump hose off. Expect a little bit of water, that's why I've got the bowl underneath, just to catch anything that I might not have got from removing the filter. You can see it all there, don't want that on your floor. And then the drain hose is next. Really simple, bit of force on the clamp, pull that upwards, pull the hose straight off, and that's your drain pump. Easy as that to remove, not an issue. It's a common issue with all washing machines, so if you are having drainage problems, this is the first place to look. So remove that, that's our old pump. Now normally I'd recommend ordering the pump and the housing. You can see our new pump next to it there. But on this one we only ordered the pump, we didn't order the housing. So we're keeping the original housing and just changing the pump motor itself. Nearly stabbed myself with a drill. Remove those 3 screws. Pump should pop straight off. That's the old one there. Little bit of gunk in the housing, obviously we removed that before installing the new pump. That's the impeller. Impeller seems fine, but it's a problem with the electrical connections. Like in the last video we showed that there was power going down there, it just wasn't activating. So put the new pump in the slots where the old pump was. Little bit of strength to push it together. And there we go, clicks in nice. All sealed, no chance of it leaking. So 3 screws go back in. Really simple, really easy. Just 3 screws. Get them with a drill or a screwdriver. Make sure they're down tight. This is just to obviously ensure there's no leaking on that pump. Perfect. So the big connection goes to the sump. Again, pair of pliers on that clamp. Ensure that sump hose is fully on and the clamp is over the plastic of the pump. Give it a little tug to make sure it's on there tight. That one's perfect. The clamp is all the way around the rubber of the seal. And then it's the drain hose. You can see I dropped a little bit of water there, so it's probably best to have a bucket under, but obviously I'm recording so I wanted to give you a good view. Same with the drain hose, pull that clamp down, attach it, give it a little pull, make sure there's not going to be any leaking out of there. And that's pretty much it. All you've got left is your electrical connections. So put those back in the back of the pump, just like that. And reinstall it. It's as simple as that. So there's going to be no leaks from this pump, it's brand new, it's attached to the housing properly, all the hoses are in place, and you can see, turn the machine off, put it onto drain, start it up, and we can hear a pump going. On his initial visit, we didn't hear that. We didn't hear any action from the pump. Obviously see that water's draining away. We put it on a cycle first just to fill a little bit of water in there, and now we see that it's draining. We know that pump's working fine. I would always fill the machine, drain the machine, fill the machine, drain the machine. Do that a number of times just to ensure there's no leaking before you push the machine back. Then when you push the machine back, if there's any water on the floor, you know there's a leak. If there's no water, you know you've installed it correctly. So yeah, that's how to fit a pump.